British heavyweight Dillian Whyte is targeting a trilogy fight with Anthony Joshua as he vows to retire his bitter rival. The heavyweight duo first clashed on the amateur circuit 16 years ago as the body snatcher claimed a point victory over novice Joshua, who had long had his full contest when the pair met. Their bitter foe that was reignited in December 2015 when Anthony Joshua captured the vacant British heavyweight title with an explosive 7-round knockout victory over Whyte, who had rocked Joshua at the second round before eventually suffering the first defeat of his professional career. Dillian Whyte looking forward for this bout against Anthony Joshua, but I think Joshua's camp seems to be quiet at this point in time. They haven't really said anything. I think he was actually aiming at about I think Daniel Dubois, but we haven't really heard much at this point in time. What do you make of it? Dillian Whyte looking forward to getting to the ring with Anthony Joshua.
I think for me, both fighters have nothing to lose at this point in time. None of them is, holding any belts again. I mean, no serious boxer will take any of these boxers very serious. They have lost their reputation, courtesy of their, poor, results of recent. Where, I think Joshua would be even better considered compared to Dillian Whyte, who has long lost that fear factor, that reputation. And for those fighters, I think I don't see this one coming to fruition, because I possibly think that Joshua will even prefer a match against the Gypsy King, talking about Tyson Fury, than picking up a challenge against Deontay Wilder. And of course, most of the British boxing followers, they will even prefer a bout between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, not Dillian Whyte. I mean, I know that Dillian Whyte is just trying to get the headline, try to hug the media and romance the media to get back to recording, because it's been a while we did not hear from him. And sometimes some of these strategies also work. When you have been quiet for so long, people just tend to forget about you. But then when you come to media to make noise, and maybe you get to awaken some boxing followers to say, oh, he did this in time past, so let's just give him a chance. But for me, I do not think that this fight is going to see the light of the day. I think what so many boxing followers want to hear right now is any mandatory challenger for Alexander Usyk, who is holding the biggest belt in the world of boxing as it is right now. Maybe talk about the IBF, maybe talk about Bakole, if you are Jagba, or possibly Daniel Dubois, that can go. But for Anthony Joshua against Dillian Whyte, I think nobody is going to take this one serious.
All right, maybe that is what, of course, it will be. But what do you make of it? Usyk, the man has retired once again. Joshua has been beaten in several occasions. I don't know what you make of it. Boxing, do you think it has actually lost its glamour? Because if you take a look at it, it seems as if there is no much, excitement, that's much expectation. Oh, we want to see Anthony Joshua and Fury even get into the ring, because then those men, of course, were undefeated. Everybody wanted to see what would be the outcome of the fight if both of them get into the ring, and all of that. But Joshua beating Tyson Fury, beating twice, and he retired once again. The only person that everybody will be looking forward to see who will beat is this man, talking about Alexander Usyk. You think boxing has lost its glamour?
Of course, absolutely it has, and that is why you are seeing the boxing fraternity very quiet. Shortly after the heralded fight between the rematch between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. I mean, ever since that fight came to limelight, I mean, the whole thing has watered down. Nobody is even interested about it, because there are no big name boxers anymore that is still much relevant in the system. Maybe you mentioned Zilizian, Daniel Dubois. These are not the categories, these are not the names that many boxing followers want to hear. You take a look at the days of Iron Mike Tyson, take a look at the days of Terry Ray, take a look at the days of I mean, I can mention up to like 4 big name fighters that whenever you hear their name, you are very anxious to wait and see the fight come to reality. But these days, since Anthony Joshua lost all of his belt, is no longer relevant. The people that were looking up to Tyson Fury because of his loquaciousness and all of those media stunts, then he was beaten twice. No any other big name that you can possibly say, okay, I'm expecting, this is my hope, I want to see this name to square up against Alexander. So I think the world of boxing as it is right now is gradually losing that glamour, that high excitement that whenever you hear names of boxers, they are, even rumor, by hearing rumor alone that, they know that something big is coming. But as it is right now, apart from Usyk, which other name that possibly comes to your mind as a big heavyweight puncher? Daniel Dubois, Zilesian, Efe Ajagba that is still coming up, Bakole. These are the names. Every other names, I do not think they are very. So I think the world of boxing is gradually for the last year reducing its status.